But the exciting thing about machine learning is that now machines are learning our language rather than us learning the language of machines. And that has huge implications for customer experience. And so the best things in life and in business happen when we take risks. We invest in the customer relationship, and one way is technology. Because technology isn't everything, but increasingly, it plays a huge role in shaping our most beloved customer experiences. But the point of this framework that I'm showing you here, this image, is that the tougher thing the customer is going through, the bigger the personal disaster, the more important it is for the company to create an experience that makes the customer's life easier and better. Because we don't always do that, do we? We often make life harder on the customer and make it easier on our own brand.
Airbnb has this awesome and strange and hilarious approach to listening to its people. They actually noticed through this Culture Amp survey that their culture was struggling, that they found out that their employees didn't feel that great about work. And so Joe Gebbia, one of the founders, said, you know what? Let's do something different. I have this idea. Clearly this guy is creative. He says, I have this idea. It's called elephants, dead fish, and vomit. Yeah. And he says, this is what we're going to bring into our global bi-monthly meetings, where we have time where we can just hear what our employees think. So elephants are the big things in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Dead fish are the things that happened a few years ago that no one can get rid of, that we just can't get over. And vomit is just that stuff that we all need to just get off our chest. Elephants, dead fish, and vomit. And this has really helped them, actually.
That it's the contact center's time to shine because of social media. That this can be a huge branding tool and relationship building opportunity for you. And the contact center should not be overlooked as a wonderful investment and a huge opportunity for your business.
In fact, last year, there was some research done. 75% of companies said that their number one priority was to improve customer experience. So basically, every brand under the sun knows that customer experience is the only way that they're going to differentiate their product or service. Because let's face it, so many of our products and services are largely the same.
I feel that our world is so inefficient. And I dream of a time where my daughter will not have to wait in line, wait on the phone, repeat herself multiple times everywhere she goes, to a world where technology actually helps us to personalize the experience. So on one hand, I call my bank, and my bank does not know who I am, and I have to repeat myself 10 times. And on the other hand, we're having this conversation that robots are going to kill us. But I just want my bank to remember who I am, don't you?
I'm a parent to a 15-month-old. Any of you parents out there? Have you heard this or seen this image? You know, if there's an emergency, put the mask on you first. Because if you don't, you won't be able to breathe, and then you can't put the mask on someone else. Well, this is the same with management and leadership, that you absolutely need to take care of yourself first before you take care of others. Because if you don't, you will literally run out of air. But remember that image of I Love Lucy with the chocolates? It's just sometimes it feels like life is moving so fast and we just can't stop to take a minute to breathe. But we need to. And that's my tough love message for you guys today.
But artificial intelligence has so much potential. It promises to help us scale our interactions in a way that we've never had before. And artificial intelligence can take care of mundane customer and business needs so we can focus on those high-touch customer experiences.
How many of you have ever been dumped? How many? He says how many times. I like this guy. Good sense of humor. Pretty much everyone has been dumped at least once. It's just what happens in life. A customer named Christina got dumped. And she didn't just get dumped. She got dumped by her fiance. Oh, horrible. And so as is normal, when you get dumped, you gotta move out of there, buy some new furniture. So she does that. But her credit card is declined. Her day goes from bad to worse because of suspicious activity. Oh, we've all had that happen. It's so annoying. So she calls her bank, and she reaches an agent named Tanya. And Tanya hears Christina's story, and Christina's voice is shaking. She's so upset. She can hardly talk. And Tanya has a big heart, and she feels so bad for this customer, Christina. So of course she fixes the issue with the credit card, no problem. But she also does something more. She says, Christina, I'm gonna give you 5,000 miles. I want you to go on vacation. Have the best time ever. Christina does a double take. She thinks, is this my bank or is this a cool aunt? But she doesn't second guess it. She takes the money, the miles, and she goes on vacation. A few weeks later, she gets a text message from her ex-fiance. He says, Christina, you've got something here at the apartment you might want to pick up. It's a bouquet of flowers from Tanya. The note says, Christina, thinking of you, we hope your day has gotten better. Tanya, capital One. This was the story heard around the world. This story was everywhere. Every business online blog was reporting this story. In fact, these two, Tanya and Christina, got invited to be on the Ellen Show, to be reunited. What a sweet story. The equivalent for the insurance industry of this customer service sweet fairy tale is your claims department. I mean, can you imagine if, like this customer service department at Capital One that's investing and making marketing for the company by just providing good experiences, can you imagine if that happened in the claims department?